A snail with superpowers. It can run at a speed of 226 miles per hour. It wants to participate in a car race, but the organizers refuse to let it compete because it's a snail. Fortunately, its idol Garnier helped it fight for this opportunity. But is Garnier really so kind-hearted? The night before the race, Bert came to his idol's garage. Looking at his idol's race car, Bert was very excited. He never imagined that one day he would be able to touch his idol's race car, but then Garnier suddenly appeared. He revealed his true thoughts to Bert. It turned out he agreed to let Bert participate in order to gain popularity from him. After all, it was the first time a snail participated in a car race. As long as he won the championship again, he would become even more famous. Bert was very disappointed after hearing this, never expecting his idol to be such a person. The next day, the race was about to begin. When competing with real professional racers, Bert began to panic inside, because he didn't know how to race. As the race began, Bert swayed back and forth on the track, and the spectators who came specifically to see the snail gradually ignored his existence. Looking through the rearview mirror, Garnier could see Bert was left far behind, watching race cars overtaking him one by one. Bert felt like giving up the race. Fortunately, he had an effective logistics team that quickly replenished his moisture and gave him a foot massage. Slowly, Bert regained his confidence. Bert used the advantage of his small size to constantly overtake opponents. Soon, Bert came to second place. Following closely behind Garnier, Garnier knew he would definitely lose if this continued. So he began to think of dirty tricks. He forced Bert to the edge of the track, where there were broken tire fragments everywhere. Before long, Bert was hit and slammed hard against the wall. His back shell was cracked. Continuing would be life-threatening. Just as his friends were about to give up, Bert rushed into the track. He was no longer willing to accept defeat, deciding to risk his life for his dream. Soon, he caught up with Garnier. This time, Garnier directly forced Bert to the wall. The little snail used his size advantage to hide on the inside of the tire. Then he used the wall to make an extreme flip, directly rushing to first place. With only one lap left, Garnier, furious, tried to overtake from the edge of the tire debris. But the result was that he lost control of his race car. Many competitors' cars were blocked. Bert's shell also reached its limit and could no longer activate his superpower. Even though the finish line was right in front of him, Bert didn't dare come out. Seeing his brother's helpless appearance, his brother decided to help him. So he appeared riding a crow, continuously cheering for Bert. Under his brother's encouragement, Bert regained confidence. Without superpowers, his speed was exactly like that of a snail. But his unwillingness to give up moved every spectator. They all applauded for Bert, and Garnier was not resigned. He dragged his almost falling apart race car toward the finish line. The atmosphere of the race was restored, but Garnier's race car still couldn't hold up to the finish line. He angrily wanted to crush Bert. Bert instinctively retracted into his shell and successfully reached the finish line. Bert finally fulfilled his dream.